Hello there, and welcome back to Non-Name Talks.
It's great to be here. Welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're diving deep into a feeling I think many of us know maybe a bit too well. Overwhelm.
Mm-hmm.
That moment when everything just feels like too much to bear, or, as one of our sources, Mission to the Moon puts it, STTAC. It's a Thai phrase, apparently, that really captures that feeling of, just losing it.
Exactly. It's a powerful way to put it. And we've got some great insights today from Dealing with Distress by Get Self-Help, also a guide from Thailand's Department of Mental Health, and that Mission to the Moon discussion.
Right.
So our goal really is to give you some solid strategies to handle those moments of emotional overload and hopefully build up some lasting well-being.
Okay, so let's unpack this overwhelm thing.
Yeah.
Mission to the Moon describes it as that feeling where you just can't manage things. Your thoughts, your emotions, maybe even just daily stuff.
Yeah, that feeling of drowning almost.
Totally. And they talk about this idea of carrying the world,
Yeah.
where your own value gets tangled up in trying to meet everyone else's expectations.
That's a huge one.
And here's what's really interesting. Often, that massive feeling of being overwhelmed, it isn't actually from one big disaster. It's more like a last straw moment.
Like the spilled coffee example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like spilling your coffee after just a slow, steady buildup and all kinds of other stress.
And what's fascinating is how the sources link that buildup to, well, the bigger picture. Things like neglecting your own needs, self-care.
Right. Not taking care of yourself.
Or losing that rational perspective, maybe feeling like you've lost control. It all leads down this path where you might isolate yourself, feel completely exhausted.
That feeling the world is ending.
Yeah, precisely that. And the Department of Mental Health Guide, it actually lists out the physical and emotional signs. Things you might recognize, like sleep trouble, being irritable,
Muscle pain even.
muscle pain, that feeling of hopelessness. It really shows how stress hits both your body and your mind. It's not just in your head.
Okay, so when you're right in that moment, that acute phase, feeling totally swamped, what can you actually do right then and there?
Great question. Because you need something immediate, and there are some really good quick techniques. One powerful one is STOP.
SOPP.
Right? It's an acronym. Helps you pause. S is for stop, just physically stop. T, take a breath, a real deep one.
Okay,
Observe. Notice your thoughts, your feelings, what's happening in your body, but kind of neutrally.
without judging it.
Exactly. Then P, pull back. Get some perspective, see the bigger picture, not just this one moment.
Right.
And the final P, practice what works. Choose a helpful coping strategy you know.
That makes sense. Create some space.
It does. And another one from the Thai Guide is focused breathing, specifically diaphragmatic breathing.
Belly breathing.
Yeah, the belly breathing. Slowly breathe in, count to 4, hold it for 4, and then breathe out really slowly for a count of 8.
In 4, hold 4, out 8. Got it.
That slow exhale is key. It helps calm your nervous system. Even something they call a quickie relaxation, just stopping, dropping your shoulders, taking a few slower, deeper out breaths. It can reset things surprisingly well.
Wow, these are really practical things you can actually do.
Definitely.
And what about distraction? Sometimes you just need to shift focus for a bit, right?
Absolutely. Healthy distraction has its place. The sources mention things like, creative hobbies, getting out in nature for a walk, even just listening to calming music.
Or sorting photos, cleaning something.
Yeah, anything that shifts your attention away from the overwhelming feeling for a little while gives your mind a break.
So that's the immediate stuff. But what about building resilience, like for the long haul?
Right, because coping in the moment is crucial, but we also want to build a stronger foundation.
Yeah.
And that involves practices like radical acceptance.
Radical acceptance. Sounds intense.
It can feel that way, but it's not about liking or approving of a bad situation. It's more about acknowledging, okay, this is the reality right now.
Accepting what is, even if you don't like it.
Precisely. It stops you wasting energy fighting reality and frees you up to think about how to cope or change things you can change.
Yeah.
And you keep doing it, continuously turning the mind back to acceptance, back to the present moment. Mindfulness helps here too.
Observing thoughts without getting swept away.
Yeah, learning to kind of surf the waves instead of letting them crash over you. Observing them, not judging them.
So how does all this change how we deal with, other people and ourselves?
Well, it points towards using what's called wise mind. That's finding the sweet spot, the balance between your emotional mind and your rational mind, making decisions that honor both.
Not just pure emotion, not just cold logic.
Exactly. And, really importantly, it involves interpersonal effectiveness. Learning how to interact better. This means asking for help when you need it, even just someone to listen.
which can be hard.
It can be. And equally important, learning to say no, protecting your own energy, your boundaries. The sources mentioned the FAST acronym for this.
Fast.
Yeah. Be fair to yourself and others. Make apologies only when they're genuinely needed, not just out of habit. Stick to your values and be truthful.
So don't feel you have to do everything for everyone.
Absolutely not. You don't have to carry that whole world. Let others help share the load. It's actually a smarter way to operate.
That's a really important point. But we should also say, sometimes these self-help skills, powerful as they are, might not be enough on their own.
That's crucial. Yes, if you try these things and you're still really struggling, or the stress symptoms are severe, or they just won't let up.
Then it's time to reach out.
Absolutely. The sources strongly advise seeking professional help. The Thai guide specifically mentions the 24-hour mental health hotline, 1323, and it lists clinics and hospitals, especially around Bangkok, where you can get direct support.
So there are resources available.
Definitely. Reaching out for that kind of help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's about using all the tools available.
This has been incredibly insightful. Really practical stuff from those quick coping skills right through the bigger shifts in how we think and interact. It's clear managing distress is, well, it's a journey,
It really is not a one-off fix.
not a destination you just arrive at.
Which maybe leads to a final thought for everyone listening. As you go about your day, maybe think about how you can consciously practice turning the mind back when you feel overwhelmed. How can you cultivate that wise mind to, navigate the everyday ways rather than just getting knocked over by them?